Okay, we're on to scene 7, Favour, Benin City, 1897. As we do with each time we do reciprocal teaching, we are going to predict. Teacher throws out to, let's have the questioner, what is going to happen next? Questioner replies, well, what do you think is going to happen next, to the summariser? And the summariser says, since you're the questioner, you can ask that question. I have a feeling something's going to happen in 1897 in Benin City to do with favour. Does anyone else have any clues? Motivator might say, well, let's guess, based on what we've read so far, the Time Devil is going to throw Favour into a weird scene in history, and Favour is going to have to make a choice about what he does, because that's basically what's happening in this story, isn't it? And the assessor says, I would assess your understanding of the overall structure of this book pretty good based on that, because that is basically it, isn't it? There's loads and loads of complicated stuff going on, but at the bottom of it is this idea that the Time Devil throws each character into a historical time and they have to make a choice about something or other. Teacher says, well done guys, let's read through the scene and then we'll do some reciprocal teaching based on it. And then when you've read the scene, you need to summarise it. So the summariser could kick off. Let's have him kicking off a little bit. The summariser says, well, yeah, Favour gets put in the slavery exhibit of the National Maritime Museum, and he sort of falls into another kind of scene related to a drum. A sort of a drum that he sees in the exhibit, and the drum makes him wake up in the kingdom of Benin. He appears in the kingdom of Benin and he meets this guy, an oba or a leader, who is having his palace stormed by the British, and the British are wanted to take over the palace because the oba asked for some religious people or missionaries to be killed. I think I've done particularly well there. I'm going to throw over to the assessor. Can you carry on summarising, please? Okay, summariser. Yeah, I would say that the next bit that sort of seems to happen is that Favour sort of helps out the oba and helps heal the oba's daughter who gets hurt, and then he helps sort of defeat the British, but then I guess he sort of realizes that that the oba, even though he was being treated badly by the British, wasn't a great guy himself, and sort of reveals this to the oba, who then gets his warriors to try and kill Favour. So we have like quite an interesting sort of idea here, don't we, that Favour realises that even though he's sort of helped out someone, this person he's helped isn't really a very nice person. I think that's it. Motivator, can you help me out here? Give me a bit of motivation. I'm feeling a bit lost. You know what, I kind of agree with you. I think that this is what's happening, isn't it? But it's kind of bleak, isn't it? Because we learn that the British killed off this kingdom of Benin. They sort of burnt the city to the ground and took all their amazing statues. So that wasn't very nice of the British, was it, really? Can we ask the questioner to ask a question at this point? Yeah, sort of why is Favour landed in this particular place? I mean, you know, what's going on? Well, Learning to Learn Chief might reply, it is an interesting question, isn't it? So if this empire had been allowed to carry on, ruled by the oba in Africa, would it have been a good thing? And I want to ask the teacher that, actually. You know, do you think the oba, who sort of goes around kind of killing religious people, is a good guy? And the teacher might say, well, It's not. We don't quite know, do we? Who are we to judge? We don't really have enough information on this. So let's just sum up our learning first of all. How well are we getting this in? I think we're getting this. We're getting a sense that basically Favour is sort of landed in this African city in 1897 and watched and helped the British be defeated, but when in real life the British actually took over this place, and we kind of learned that this African leader was sort of almost good and bad. He ruled quite an interesting empire, but he also didn't treat his people and other people very nicely.